What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office Live podcast. Be back in 30 seconds. What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live podcast. This is episode number 38. We are doing Big Trouble in Little China as we ride down on the Pork Chop Express Highway.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live podcast. This is episode number 38. Before we get into anything, please hit that subscribe button below. If you're on Facebook, jump on over to the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button so you can have a chance to be entered in our 500 subscriber contest, which we are literally about only 10 away from. What you got to do is you got to go find the 500 subscriber video on our channel. You have to like that video and you have to comment on that video along with being a subscriber as well. And once you've done all those things, you'll be entered into a contest to win one of three great prizes. Third place prize is a Heroes in Crisis set 1 through 9, donated by Jeff DePrez, Any Comic and Toy. Second place prize is a character head design by our very own green shirt guy, aka Ronaldo Pizarro. And our first place is a CGC 9.8 graded comic, which we will be picking this week and letting you guys know to get the fever up even more.
I never dreamed hunting down the 9.8 was going to be this big of an event.
It has to be an event because doing it for the peoples. It's got to be big.
Whoever wins, I hope you really appreciate that it is a saga that is taking place.
We want to thank everybody for watching. Of course, you're saying, hey, if you're new, who are these guys that are talking here? Well, this is the loyal council we got here. We got Phil, we got Cliff, and we got Green Shirt Guy, aka Ronaldo. And we do this every Sunday at 5 p.m. Ramon says, we talking movies? We certainly are talking movies, sir.
Yep.
We're talking that Big Trouble, but we're talking that at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned. Angel over at Empire Comics says, what's good? All right. Put the TCOC. Put TCOC.
For real.
We got an algorithm we're trying to ride here. Come on.
You think that I'm the one who came up with that?
Oh, Clippy Clip. But, like we said, we do this every Sunday. Film and Box Office News at 5 p.m. Today we started a little late. We started at 6 p.m. Things went on. I went to Stormville. Phil was riding his bike. We was out there doing stuff. But all good. We're here to talk. All right. Let's get into some news. Let me lower this music. Okay. Angel and Ramon are laughing their butts off right now. All right, let's. Do we want to talk about the Stranger Things fan art recreates Barbie and Ken viral mugshots? No. No. Gandalf as Western Showdown with hobbits and Tarantino style Lord of... No. Anakin, no. Like, we were light on this news this week. Little Mermaid remake changed Ariel and Eric's love story for the better. Did anybody see Little Mermaid?
No.
Not yet. I haven't wrote it off yet for the weekend. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I doubt it though.
All right. That one will forever haunt me. Yellow Jacket star details failed Star Wars Rey audition. No, I don't think you could be Rey. I don't know.
Well, and
Well, we will never know because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
how would it haunt you because you had a bad audition? That's, whatever. That happens all the time.
Yep. And you're in Yellow Jackets. Oh.
Who said Ramon says Hopewell Junction? Can we talk about Cross the Spider-Verse next week? We shall see if we have all seen it, my friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see that one. Like that one, I'm gonna try
We
to
shall
see.
New Gerard Butler action flicks. RT score means 70% of his movies are now rotten. How are they fallen from grace? I mean, you got 300, bro.
For real.
Yeah, you got 300, and I'm sure you made a lot of money off of these movies.
Well,
So-
are we expecting something crazy from those Olympus movies anyway? Like, who cares?
I mean, he got a trilogy of those movies.
Well, I'm saying,
Yeah, the
you
Fallen
made
trilogy
your money.
they're good.
He don't
They
care.
were
I
He
good.
made
know,
money.
but then he came out with Plane. Don't make a movie that's going to be called Plane.
He was
Come
going
on.
that what's his face, Qui-Gon
Yeah,
route.
but you don't know that he wasn't in some overall deal with the studio that he had to make a movie with.
No,
him,
I
and that was the only
don't.
thing
I don't
available.
know that, but I'm just saying, whatever power you got as the star, fight for something.
I
Yeah.
don't disagree, but you know how many times do you see? And I don't go to Redbox that often anymore. But you go to the kiosk and you're like, they were in this movie? That never came out. Oh, because it was garbage and they were contractually required to do X amount of movies for the studio. So this was one of the crap ones. You know, that happens all the time.
Yeah. All right. Reacher star reveals thoughtful letter he wrote to Tom Cruise, but didn't send. Really? How do I know that?
He's in Fast X.
How do we know that's true? Oh, I wrote this amazing letter to Tom Cruise.
He might have the letter. We don't know. Or maybe he started to write a letter and then was like, I don't know if I should send this.
And when did you write it? Did you write it after something, and now you're like, oh, so I can pretend like I sent it?
The news is really
No, I'm
like
pretty
this
sure.
week.
Right?
All right, open it. I'm too curious. Open the article.
Let's reveal this treasure trove. Here we go.
Release the
Thoughtful
Reachers.
letter.
Let's see.
Whatever.
All right, here we go. You know, Don Granger, who runs film at Skydance, produces all Tom Cruise stuff, has been partners with Tom Cruise for many years and helped put this together with Tom. Is my boss and is a producer on the show. I said, should I reach out to Tom out of respect? I wrote him a letter and I was like, should I give this to him? Would it be
No.
inappropriate? And he goes,
Yes.
I think it's best. He wants to just move on from this. He gave it his blessing. He's totally fine with what's happening now. I think we should just leave it. So, no, I never talked to him about it. I just felt it was a respectful thing to do. Dear Mr. Cruz, I appreciate what you did for the brand. I think a big part of why Reacher is so successful is the eyes he brought to it. Say what you want about whether he was right for Reacher or not. Most people know about Reacher because of Mr. Cruz. I have a huge debt of gratitude for him and that what he brought to the show. See this line right here, he should look,
because he walked away from it.
this line right here he should have never said.
Say what you want about whether he was right for Reacher or not.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Well, that's not part of the letter, just to be clear.
Yeah, I understand that, but he said that to this reporter, and it's like, bro, you don't say things like that.
And also, we don't have audio, so we don't know how the reporter touched up this line. Okay?
Well, and
Yeah,
you can say what
Yeah.
you want, but like if he doesn't walk away from that franchise, you don't get to do it.
exactly.
So like
Angel says Redbox. Wow, that's a blast from recent past. Redbox
That's how
is
I
still
watched,
going.
Redbox is right there in my supermarket.
still
every
going
time I
on.
walk by.
At all the supermarkets.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, I'll check to see what's like used in Redbox because you could find like a $2 like Blu-ray or
Okay.
something.
Mhm.
it is how I watched Big Trouble in Little China. I had to stream it, but I paid for it through
Daisy's a
Redbox.
big part of who I am. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. star addresses potential MCU return.
Come on, Chloe
Um,
Bennett.
Is she rumored to be in Secret Invasion?
She's rumored to be in Secret Invasion.
And I went, Cliff, you would know this because Kamari's got me watching Bridgerton now, which I like. I like Bridgerton. It's pretty good.
I don't watch Bridgerton.
But do you know? Is it that same star that's in Bridgerton? Is he the guy in Secret Invasion?
I don't know. I don't watch Bridgerton.
Okay. All right. All right.
I don't know, but Jack Reacher guy is the guy from Blue Mountain State. If you ever watch that show,
I love Blue Mountain State, and he was also Aquaman on Smallville, and he's a
was
former
he?
American Idol contestant. And
Didn't know that.
he's on Titans as Hawk from Hawk and Dove. I love him.
He is. I
Is
thought
he
I
in,
recognized him from Titans.
What
Yeah.
he called of Tomorrow too? Isn't he in the other one, Legends of Tomorrow? Isn't he in that show too?
No.
Mm.
I liked Bridgerton.
Uh,
I thought it was good. I watched Bridgerton.
yeah, Kamara's got me watching that. It's pretty good. Angel says I only used Redbox back in the day to get PS4 games. Used a prepaid card so I could keep it. Oh, son, they got you now, son. You better put it out there. They're coming for you, son.
The statute of
coming for you,
limitations
son.
is not up.
Chloe Bennett's quote, of course I would be open to it. Listen, there's a lot of stuff around that. I so deeply love S.H.I.E.L.D. fans because it's their tenacity that got the show on air to begin with. I have not been approached or asked or involved in anything after I wrapped S.H.I.E.L.D. Push! And I am not involved in anything that is coming out. I've not been asked, but I would be more than excited to put on the suit again. Of course, Daisy is a big part of who I am, so I would love to, but I have not been communicated. This is what they all have to say, though. Nobody's going to admit to this stuff.
Well, I was gonna say unless someone allowed them to admit. Like, remember when Patrick Stewart was like, everyone recognized my voice from the trailer. It's like, so what was I gonna do? I get. So listen, if this is a big secret and she's there, I'm really happy. I really like her. And if they're still not using her after all this time, what on earth are they doing? She's one of the few things that I think most fans really enjoyed about the series, other than Clark Gregg.
And what's her face?
Ming-Na Wen, who's all sorts of Disney sponsored projects. So yeah. Give us alternate universe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The problem with this is that Kevin Feige
already declared their different timeline. That doesn't mean these people can't be in the regular timeline.
It's true. Like, I would bring them back in some capacity. I would. All right. We'll see if that happens with Miss.
It's crazy
Ridley.
because for a TV series, that show gave us Blizzard with an excellent actor, and we never saw it again. It gave us multiple versions of oh my god, who's the super magnetic super villain that is not Magneto, but he's an Avengers villain? Gravitron. I'm sorry, Gravity. Gravitron. It gave us Gravitron.
Gravitron. Yeah,
Right. It gave us Ghost Rider. It gave us the Absorbing Man. It gave us Mr. Hyde.
It gave us two Ghost Riders. It gave us two Ghost Riders.
Two Ghost Riders.
Johnny Blaze and the other one. But yeah.
It gave us a lot of crazy stuff for a TV show. And a bunch of Inhumans that did not go well.
Yeah. It was Little Mermaids behind the scenes filming for Under the Sea has everyone shook over its absurdity. I don't want to see that. I haven't even seen the real movie yet. First Elemental reviews are mixed on Pixar is beautiful and overcomplicated.
I've seen the trailers for this, and it looks like the animation's going to be gorgeous, but the story looks even from the trailer, the story looks complicated.
It reminds me of that other one. What was the emotion one?
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
They're making a sequel, I heard.
For Inside Out?
Yeah.
Bruce,
It's like it takes place in a boy's body, and he's the one. It's like it's supposed to follow the kid at the end of the movie that's trying to get with Riley. Remember the girl? It's supposed to be about him, apparently, from what I heard. But who knows?
We'll see. Bruce Willis's retirement gets heartwarming support from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Isn't that nice? I don't care.
Well, is this a medical retirement, right?
Yeah.
He's retiring from film. He's done.
Oh, right, but it's for medical reasons.
It's for medical reasons, not by choice. Yeah.
Transformers 7 director has Thanos level ideas.
Has anybody else seen the deep fakes with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's hundreds of them out there.
There's a lot of them, and they're almost all funny.
Because this is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Sound of Music one, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so much.
Transformers 7 director Stephen Cable Jr. offers a tease of Thanos-level idea for Rise of the Beast. Now, the reviews for this movie so far have been great. They're calling this one of the best of the franchise, and that it's on par with the animated movie and the first Michael Bay movie.
I saw the first Michael Bay, and then there was I saw the second one after the Michael Bay, and I kind of stopped watching Transformers after that.
Yeah, the Michael Bays after the second one, you don't even need to watch none of them because they're fun to watch, whatever. But
I heard Bumblebee was pretty good.
Bumblebee's
great.
So that one I really gotta watch.
And it says that this movie basically takes Bumblebee
to the next
and
level.
Levels it up. Like they say that first 30 minutes of Bumblebee, that's this whole movie now.
Okay.
Like that level. So and the reviews have been great. And they say it's very, very similar to the animated movie, which I love because the animated movie is probably my favorite animated movie of all time. Transformers the movie. So we shall see.
And one of, but not the oldest, but one of the oldest uses of CGI in film.
Yeah. What did they use CGI for?
The formation of Galvatron. Those vector graphics when he's transforming. Yeah. Okay. That was state of the art then.
All right, so he says, I introduced Unicron. I was dying for Unicron to show up in a live action movie, which he did, if you've forgotten. And to be honest, I'll put it out there. I want him to be across the next 2 or 3 films, a really huge major villain. I feel like we spent a lot of time on Earth, and it'd be interesting to see what else is out there. There are different Transformers and different planets. We just need the right vehicle and the right team to really do it. I feel like this was the foundation of that, of something really special. Okay.
I don't know if you do it on another planet, to be honest with you. I think you're going to lose a lot of
Yo, take it out there. I'm tired of Earth, man. There's so much you can do with them, like, in space. Like, the lore for Transformers is huge. Like, it's like he said, there's other Transformers on other planets. There's big villains. Like, I guess Unicron's just being introduced in this film. But he's a little bit wrong. Unicron showed up in The Last Night. He was already in the Earth. You guys remember? And he was coming out of the Earth.
I remember.
I've never seen it.
So they're wiping that clean. That does not exist in this timeline. All right. Well, I'm excited for Transformers. I am excited for it. All right, let me get over here. Let's get into some of this. What's going on here? All right. Killing me here. This is killing me here. It's killing me.
Technical difficulties.
Let's get into technical difficulties all the time. I think I got to hardwire the internet into this thing.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my God! Number one. Number one.
That's a good idea. You got to do that.
I gotta figure out how to get the wire so it doesn't show like it's literally all the way across the room.
You're really gonna worry about the wire showing, man? Come on.
Yeah, why not?
Just
I'm with you, Sam.
Okay, look.
See? Thank you.
Whatever. Do whatever you want. You know?
I got mine. Mine runs over around the doorway.
Cliff is getting upset. Cliff.
No, it's not a problem at all. Just leave the wire. Who cares?
Hold on.
No, just leave it.
I'm being
Nobody's gonna
interrupted.
notice.
Maybe I shouldn't have let that piece out right there. All right. Box office news.
My prediction was like
Percentages.
so off because I predicted like 60 million for that movie, and
Yeah.
it
I was
like
wrong.
almost doubled.
I'll stand up and say I was wrong.
I was right. I'll stand up and say I was right.
I'm actually like very happy it did this well too, because I thought like this is such an embattled movie to pull that off. Like, yeah,
I'll be curious to see what the drop is next week, though.
I would be as well.
That's like
I would
Marvel
be as well.
movie numbers right there. Like,
It's not going
But-
to maintain that though.
They say it's different. It's not the same as the animated movie. Like as far as like storyline wise. Like
I know there's a few new songs, like a couple.
Yeah, there's a few new songs. We'll see. We'll see how it measures up. Pulled in 117 first week. That's good. Let's see how much it's doing worldwide. It's only at 185 worldwide. But I
So
don't
it's
think
not
it's
doing well
released
at
in,
all.
like, I don't think it's released all over though. I don't think it's hit China yet. We'll see. But there's that. Fast X.
Go see
28 million.
Go see this movie.
You liked it, right? It
I
was,
loved it.
yeah, it's
I think 9 was better, but this is a fun movie.
it is a fun movie.
Mm.
And,
I-
and
I didn't think I was gonna like it. Like I only saw a couple of them, and I thought they were.
there's one or
Yeah.
two characters that I have to go back and watch some of the old ones because I didn't remember who they were. Like the woman in when they're in Rio, I didn't remember who she was.
Okay.
But and like they kind of
Mm.
give you who it is as you're going along. I'm like, okay, I don't remember her from before, but apparently she was in it. But Jason Momoa is amazing in this movie. He's like the perfect villain.
They're at 512 million worldwide.
That's
In the
gonna
second-
make close to 2
Second
billion.
week.
You watch.
No.
You watch, dude. This movie's
No,
gonna break
my
money.
friend.
It's fun.
No, my friend. No. 2 billion? 2 billion?
Oh, I don't know about that. It's
No.
It's not released everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's made a lot of money overseas. It's made about 400 million.
Is it in China yet?
Yeah.
Because the other ones, they printed their own money off of the China box office.
Yeah. I mean, the China box office, the international box office alone paid for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Now everything else is profit. But it might get $1 billion. It might get $1 billion.
Can I say this without giving too much away? I
Hmm.
know we're on movie 10 and the continuity's gonna be all over the place just because they've never planned on doing 10. The race of his son has changed 3 times in this movie. Because in the
do
last
you
movie,
mean?
or in number 8, he was not a black kid. Now he's black, and that's fine. It's just there's no continuous through line. It
What do
makes
you mean
no
he
sense.
wasn't before, though?
Huh?
What do you mean
He
he
looked
wasn't
like Joey
before?
Lawrence when you saw him. Remember when he came out of? I think it was number 8 when he popped up out of the ground. Remember whether out on that farm, it's just him and Letty in the sun, and they're like telling him to go hide. He looks like Joey Lawrence, a little white kid. This one, he's a
We'll
black
have to
kid.
do a deep dive on that. Angel says it's Disney's worst Chinese opening.
For Little Mermaid.
Really? No, I think Angel, are you talking about Little Mermaid or are you talking about
Would have
Fast
to be,
X?
it have to be Little Mermaid.
Fast X is
Yeah.
not Disney
not a
at
Disney
all.
movie.
yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay, yeah.
It was, I kind of
Yeah.
all right. I didn't know if that's what you were saying. You weren't sure if it got released over there, so it must have tanked
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah,
Because what was it worldwide? What was its number worldwide?
only 180.
And
It did,
117.
it did terribly in South Korea. It only made 5,000. Its total gross in South Korea is 15,872.
Why would it do so
What?
bad?
It's 8.5 million in Mexico.
Let-
It's 6.3 million in the United Kingdom. 3.6 million in Spain. 4.7 million in Italy. 3.6 million in France.
It made
Really?
more money
Listen,
in one
listen.
theater in the United States. than it
Listen,
made
I know
in
people
South
don't want to
Korea.
talk about it, but China has been known when there are lead characters of color, they do not support it.
By the way, on this list that I'm looking at, it does not show a report from China.
No?
No. And Iceland, Norway, and Serbia, they're waiting for the numbers to come in.
So it's done very well here, and
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparently in the UK, pretty good. And even better in Mexico.
Guardians 3 still pulling in some guap.
Because that movie's great.
Where's it at now?
25. They're at 723, bro.
It's creeping,
Wonderful.
all
man.
right.
That's
Creeping.
great. They'll definitely reach 800.
The question now is how long do they leave it in theaters?
Oh, they'll keep.
Oh,
it
they're
in
gonna
there.
leave it.
Even if it goes digital. They'll still keep it out there.
I mean, Ant-Man is still out there in some places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ant-Man's
but
still out there.
not everywhere. I'm just
No,
wondering
not everybody. It's out there
'cause
struggling.
There's not.
I'm
enough-
saying
Uh,
it's out through till probably the end of July.
that's what I was gonna say. Same thing, Phil.
Yeah, me and Kamara are going to see it tomorrow.
Because there's not another Disney or another Marvel movie to November, right?
Yeah.
That's what they'll do is they'll leave it out to the end of July because Ahsoka starts in the beginning of August, and then they don't have to compete with themselves. Not that it's the same format, but
Spoiler alert for comic people. I know this is the movie show, but speaking of the Marvels, what do you think about Marvel killing off Miss Marvel?
Disgusting, upsetting. What is wrong with everyone? What is wrong with people? Does no one care behind the scenes? Are they so freaking clueless? And then, Zeb Wells, did you walk into this? Did they force you to do this?
You know what I mean?
I'm so sad that he's
you
attached
literally
to it.
have a movie coming out
can we all calm down?
with her starring in it.
Can we all calm down? Because I will say this:
What?
do you not think we have what? This is May, so June, July, August.
Oh, you think she's gonna come back?
No, green shirt guy. No. Again, you're defending a stupid and wrong point. It's not about. It's not about killing. It's not about that they're killing her off because, like, obviously she'll be back. You know, definitely.
Angel says Cliff is gonna hate me, but bye, Felicia.
She'll be back before the movie comes out.
I don't care. You do not understand. I mean, like, you guys, do you read nothing? Do you absorb nothing of the social zeitgeist that is comic book collecting? It's Asian Pacific Islander month, and let's kill her, right? In a book that isn't hers, featuring all sorts of characters she barely interacts with. She was barely used in the Spider-Man story. It's exceptionally tasteless. Exceptionally tasteless. That's it. That's the only point I'm trying to make.
You make a point.
So we're not allowed to kill people off just based on their race now. That's bullshit.
Oh my God, Green Shirt Guy, do you not know me? Do you not know me well enough to know how deep this really is? Do you really not know me how well this is?
All right, one at a time. One at a time.
What you're saying is because she's a person of color, we're not allowed to kill her off at any point.
Wow!
Because it's tasteless.
Wow!
But I think, but no. I think what
really
Cliff is,
didn't listen to me.
hold on. I think what Cliff is trying to say is the timing of it.
Exactly.
They
the
planned
timing
this
of it.
What
months
part of
ago. Don't act like
tasteless?
this is
What
like-
part of
It's
tasteless?
kind of
did
like
you not understand?
it's kind of like if Marvel killed T'Challa in Black History Month. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, and that the and
I can
let's
understand it. I can
you're right.
understand what
And
people have
then
said about
and
that.
then he's surrounded by none of his supporting cast, and he's killed.
Yeah.
And he's killed in another character's comic book.
It's like
Angel
killed in
says,
Doctor Strange.
yeah. Angel says Marvel does this all the time now. Remember, Doc Strange died before Multiverse of Madness. True.
Yeah.
That's very true.
He's
Peter
back,
Parker-
by the way. Doctor
He's
Strange
back.
alive
He's
again.
back. Yeah. Peter Parker was replaced with Ben right before No Way Home. Very true.
This
He's
is
back
why-
again
this is
too.
why- This is really why I don't want to talk. This is why I don't want to say anything.
Why? You're just stating your opinion.
No, because
Everybody
I
has a
get
right to
so
their
upset
opinion.
because people bring up points that are not my point, and then I get really angry because then it's
Well,
like,
this is where we gotta.
you don't
This is where we gotta
understand
work
me,
through this.
You don't know
Cliff.
where
We
I'm
have to be
coming
able to
from.
talk about this.
Nothing.
We have to be able to talk about this.
I get the move. I get the tactic. But the execution is exceptionally tasteless.
Point noted. Point noted.
That's it. And I am not the only person disgusted by this.
Oh,
There
you're not.
are plenty
You're
of
not.
people out there with me.
I think you both made good points. You know, it's just it's an opinion. These are comic books we're talking about here. You know what I mean? So Cliff is very passionate. Green Shirt Guy is very passionate. We're all very passionate here.
That's what makes
right.
the show good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text Kamaria.
Kamara Cliff is texting you.
There's
Super
a spot
Mario-
in the fridge for Miss Marvel.
Oh, too soon, Phil.
No, not
Too
too soon. Phil's
soon.
right. Phil's right. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
Too soon. Angel's got another comment here. I think Marvel's just doing it because they think it's going to make people want the character more and make them run to the movie.
Correct.
That screen shirt, guys. You know, that's what he's saying. I agree. It has part to do with it. I agree. Moving on. The Super Mario Brothers still rocking. Pulled in 8 million. They're at 1.2, closing in at 1.3.
Did you see it yet? You still haven't seen it, right?
No, I have not seen
I
it
haven't.
yet. I'm gonna wait for digital.
It's on, it went
damn.
digital.
Oh, it's on digital now? Yeah.
I think it went digital.
All right. They've
Is it?
started.
On what? Or is it one of those early, you know how you can get the pre?
Oh yeah,
or
you
whatever?
can get it on any platform basically, and you
So
can
you
rent
pay
it or something.
$20 to go see it instead of go to a theater and see it for less.
If it's still in the theater, I'll go to the theater. We'll see. But the word is that they already started the animations on Zelda. That's already on its way. So I hope it's not the same animation. I hope it's a different animation. More that's akin to their type of stuff, but we shall see. New movie at number 5, The Machine pulled in 5.
I want to see this.
About my. What is The
That's
Machine about?
Oh, we
it's the
gotta
Burt
see
Kreischer
it.
movie.
It's our next Cocaine Bear. It's our next.
We need to.
Cocaine
Yeah,
Bear.
you're
Oh, I've
yes.
seen the commercial for
We got to
this.
figure out where it's playing though, because I don't think it's wide release yet, is it?
It
Birds
is.
Shrunken Past.
We got to find a place. I will go see this movie. Have you ever heard the story?
Yeah, I know this movie.
It's based on that, and obviously there's more to it than that. But
And it's got Mark Hamill in it.
Yes, that's
yes,
his
it
dad.
does.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice.
It's playing at Regal. It's playing at the Regal. It's playing at Showtime in Newburgh. It's playing at Regal Fishkill. It's playing at AMC in Middletown. It's playing everywhere, but they only have 2
You
shows
guys
a
come to Newburgh and watch it in Showtime, and I'll join
Good,
you
I'll be
over
there.
there.
I'll be there at
well,
9:45. Meet me.
Saturday.
Let's go.
Saturday, I may have to do a regional lacrosse game at O'Neill High School, which is down that way. So I'll be in the area.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how the destinies
I'll let you
align.
know. I'll let you know either way. I'll know by like Wednesday, Thursday.
All right. About My Father pulled in about 5 million.
I want to see that too.
What's About My Father about?
That's the one with Sebastian Maniscalco, and his father's played by De Niro. It's a Let's Go Meet
De
the
Niro
In-Laws
flick.
movie.
Yeah. That's something I want to see. But I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it.
I could see waiting for this one.
Yeah. What's Kandahar? That's a new movie coming
That's a new
in at
movie,
number
too.
7. Oh, it's Gerard
Oh, there you go.
Butler. There he is.
What's the?
Go ahead, Gerard. He's doing the what's his face? Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
He's doing that. He's doing that right
Well-
now. Get that money, man. Get that money.
Yeah, but his spouse didn't die in an odd way, so he's just making whatever just to
Whoa,
not be
whoa,
home.
whoa.
I'm not trying to be flippant. Tell me I'm wrong.
Angel says Showtime is right down the road for me. Angel, you're in my neck of the woods, bro.
We should make it a whole thing.
Angel, I know you was
Just-
you close
Just don't
to
get
me.
us chased out of there because you're filming stuff.
Actually, we can. Actually, we would be able to. I'll find out because we actually know the people that own Showtime Cinemas. So, I have to talk to Steve, one of the early members of the council. He's still out there, but they run Showtime. So we'll
What was
talk
the
to them about
cost? What was the cost to make this movie? Because it obviously hasn't made it.
I
back
don't
yet.
know. I would say this is probably like a couple million, maybe.
Well, Gerard Butler's a couple million. You know, he's a $5 million guy by himself, I think, at this point.
Well, this movie will make. Let's put it this way: this movie will make 50 million, not just theater wise, but like down digitally. Its total of ancillary market and all that would be about 50 million. So they'll easily pay him his 5 million. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
That's what they do with Qui-Gon. Kandahar. Oh, we just having a time.
That's what we're talking about.
Just having time. You hurt my feelings.
What is that?
Is that Jerry? That's not Seinfeld, is it?
It looks like Seinfeld, but it can't be, right?
It is.
Is it?
That's
Where's
Dreyfus. But that's not Seinfeld, but he looks like Seinfeld. And
Hold
all
on,
this
hold on.
long-standing marriage is sudden upended when she overhears husband giving his honest reaction to her latest book. That sounds like something Jerry Seinfeld would do.
It does sound, yeah. Hold on. It is not. No, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in it. Amber Tamblyn, David Cross.
So it's not him. He looks.
It looks like David Cross in the cover, or this other guy, Tobias something or other. Tobias Menzies. It's probably him.
Never even heard of this movie.
That guy's not bald. Yeah, neither have
I. Book Club, the next chapter, came in at 9. John Wick still pumping it out.
Hank, he will
Number
not
10.
die.
Will not die. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Comes in
I
at
see
number
that too.
11. Blackberries, number 12, bringing in $100,000. Ant-Man still pulled in $62,000.
Look how many theaters it's in, though.
30 theaters.
And
Who
one
are
of
the
them, I
lucky
think,
theaters that still have that?
I think one of them is Lyceum up in Red Hook, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Angel says I pass by there every day on my way to work. I work at Nissan. Oh, okay. Roger that. Roger that. Yeah, the 20, we got Moon Garden, Monica, Joyland, Chevalier, Sisu, The Starling Girl, Sanctuary. That'll close out the domestic box office for this weekend. Very, very interesting. Shout out to The Little Mermaid, Fast X, and Guardians for pulling in the top 3. Who's got it? Cliff will be back. No worries on that. Let me change some stuff up here. Let's get this. And it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, where we go over a little homework that we had. And the homework that we had this week.
It's been such a big requested movie. Like,
Yeah.
like almost every week, somebody mentioned us doing this movie.
I
we
didn't know this
listened.
was a Carpenter movie until it started.
I didn't know it was
Oh,
a Carpenter movie until I watched it. And when it says all music done by John Carpenter, I was like, yo, he really
Right.
plays all the music and everything.
but the
If you're,
soundtrack's great.
if you're wondering what we're talking about, we are
Okay.
talking about Big Trouble in Little China. Woo! This is
I've
This
heard
is one for
nothing
the
but good
ages.
things from people on this movie for years, and I'd never seen it.
I hadn't
Someone-
watched it since the 80s, so I
So
thought
got
it like
to sit down fresh.
yeah.
But yeah, it was very fresh for me. And what I thought, like, now that I've watched it, was this was like Kill Bill, except like 20 years before Kill Bill was even made.
That's fair. Kind of, yeah, it's kind of a romp. It was
Yeah.
it was a fun movie.
It's
it was
a
ridiculous
fun
in
movie.
spots, but it's fun. Can I mean, I guess I'll wait till we get to it in the plot.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's out there. Yeah.
I mean, Kurt Russell's being a little
All right,
over
so
the top with his acting.
wait.
Kurt Russell had to be convinced to do this because they
Is
were
that
going to
right?
give it. They were going to give it to Jack
Really?
Nicholson.
Really?
Yeah,
Jack
so
Nicholson.
the
That's
two
interesting.
the two top contenders that they wanted was Clint Eastwood and Jack Nicholson, but they were both busy.
Man, that would've been-
The studio said, "Hey, Kurt Russell is up and coming. What about him?" Kurt Russell said, "I don't know. I think if you find a different way to approach Jack Nicholson, I think you'll have better luck there." He's like, "And I don't understand this character of Jack." And then he read the script and kept having conversations with Carpenter, and he's like, "You know what? I think I can sink my teeth into this character. Like, I like what you're telling me. I like what you're telling me he's gonna be. Like, I'm not the hero. I'm really flawed. I like that." He brought him into it.
I think if you have Jack Nicholson or Clint Eastwood, this is in tone. It's a
It's
completely
wildly different movie. Completely.
It's not
Wildly
comedic
different,
at
yeah.
all if it's either of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel says I have
Kurt
a movie
Russell
on
was
right
the
now.
answer.
All right, so this storyline is Jack Burton, a rational, wisecracking, long-distance trucker, is in
You-
for a big surprise when he decides to help his
The
best
first
friend
podcaster.
Yes, yes, yes.
With the
yes.
CB radio,
Yeah,
like he's going
yeah.
broadcast it out to anyone who will listen.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
He decides to help his best friend Wang free his kidnapped fiance Mao Ying. But as Jack rushes headlong into the perilous criminal underworld of San Francisco's Chinatown, on the hot trail of centuries-old Chinese sorcerer David Lo Pan, the mystery of an ancient curse unfolds. Now, as Jack and his companions embark on a frenzied rescue mission in the heart of the sorcerer's dark labyrinth, Lo Pan's deadly minions, blood-curdling supernatural horrors, and a trio of unstoppable kung fu masters stand in the way of success. Can Jack save the girl from the magician's clutches and live to tell the tale?
This movie had all of the Chinese actors that you see in every movie where you have a Chinese character actor. They're all in them.
Yeah.
They're all in it.
And by the way, Dennis Dunn, who's in this movie, Carpenter cast him because he saw him in Year of the Dragon, right?
Mhm.
It was almost Jackie Chan, but Jackie Chan said, no, I've already done 2 American films. They were both disasters. I'm going to go focus on Chinese cinema. I'm going to go do Policeman over there. Which of course was a big hit for him. And then
Police Story.
Police Story, that's it. Right? So Police Story was huge for Jackie Chan. But Jackie Chan had done The Big Brawl and The Protector over here, and they were terrible. So he retreated
I can see
to
Jackie Chan being in this movie.
Oh yeah, of course. And then my favorite story is Kim Cattrall wanted this, right? And the studio didn't want her because she's known for raunchy comedies like Porky's and Police Academy. And Carpenter is like, no, I want her. And she was ecstatic. She's like, I love the script. I'm not a woman screaming for help in every scene. You know, the humor comes from my relationship with the Jack character. I'm the brains, he's the brawn. She's like, I wanted this movie so bad. And I'm like, oh, I love it.
Now, is she supposed to be Asian? Because isn't her name like something Law?
Gracie Law, yes.
Which I'm going, okay. And especially with the towards the end when you find out that she also survived the flaming sword thing or whatever.
Yep.
Manny the Hobgoblin Collector, welcome, Manny. You guys are discussing Mannequin. I see Kim Cattrall. No,
We're not discussing Mannequin.
Big Trouble in
Oh,
Little
my
China.
goodness.
although I like Mannequin.
Mannequin's great.
Yeah, I do like that movie.
And one of the most positive portrayals of a queer supporting character for a movie that's so old. The movie's amazing. Freaking love Hollywood. We're doing Mannequin in the future.
There he is, the guy in that last scene. That's the leader of the
Yeah.
gang. Is another one of those guys that you see that has the. He's the guy that I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that Indiana Jones shoots in
The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Remember he does the thing with the sword and then he just shoots him? I think it's that guy. This guy right here.
Angel said, did you guys know about the Big Trouble in Little China comic book from Boom?
I did know about it. I didn't read it, but I know about it.
Is that a continuation? Like, what is that?
I can't remember. I think it's only 5 issues too.
Okay.
Now,
Manny, Hobgoblin Collector. Good evening, gents. Good evening. You as well, Empire. All right.
Kurt Russell for me
Go ahead.
felt like he was trying to channel John Wayne throughout this movie. Very over the top, and like
Why are
it
you
works in this
talking
movie.
like this? And I gotta get my own thing going on here.
The whole movie,
It was heavily encouraged.
it's fine.
It was heavily encouraged by the
works,
director.
but it was just like I've seen.
I'm
Kurt
just
Russell
trying to
stuff.
get my truck back.
Yeah.
Sons, bitches gotta pay. What was that one? He has so many like one-liners in this.
He's really good.
Yeah, this movie is pretty wild. I don't know where to like really.
What about that guy that was like Raiden with like the lightning going around?
Yeah.
He's the inspiration for Raiden. He's
He's
the
the
inspiration for Raiden.
Those are my favorite
These
characters in this movie. They're
It's
amazing.
Lightning, Thunder, and who else?
Wind? I don't know.
Oh no, it's Thunder, Rain, and Lightning.
yeah, like the martial arts are pretty good, I guess.
I
You know what I mean,
mean,
like
mostly
for
pretty
what
good.
it
gets a little
is.
ridiculous at the end.
It has like it has that
Yeah.
perfect thing of like the last one, They Live. It's the perfect amount of campiness to make it work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
It's
do
not
like
like
the art
over.
direction.
It's just like the perfect drop. That
The art direction in this
thought-
whole movie's great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the art director deserves accolades nonstop. That floating
Yeah.
eye thing was a whole ordeal for them.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it could have looked
Um,
really bad, but
that like
I mean, it
that
looks cheesy,
floating
but it came
face.
off.
Like
Yeah. It could have looked really bad, but it didn't. That was crazy.
No, they worked so hard.
Him
The
as an
effect.
old man. Oh, it's creepy.
Mhm.
Lopan.
I
This
like
is like
Lopan.
a really old man. I was like, ooh, that is creepy right there. That was good makeup, all that stuff. Angel says one of my favorite 80s movies. You have horror, sci-fi, action, comedy, martial arts. It's awesome. It's a great film.
When we watched when we watched Flash Gordon, remember the villain was all about I'm just gonna take all these women that I want from Earth for myself. The plot of this movie is
It's very
I'm gonna
similar.
drink the blood of this woman so I can survive and become immortal, right?
Yeah.
When he realizes that there's two of them, I'm gonna drink Kim Cattrall's blood and
Yes.
keep this one for my pleasure.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I'll marry both of them.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. But then that meant that the girl didn't have to be Asian. She just had to have green eyes.
They just had, right, and
Well,
meet
right.
the criteria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
remember
why I
that-
was wondering if Kim Cattrall's character was originally supposed to be Asian, but then they decided to go another route.
Well, they wanted a rocker chick. The studio told them pick a rocker chick to be this character, and he's like, "No, I want Kim Cattrall," and Kim Cattrall wants it. So, like, what are we doing?
Right.
Great choice.
No, Kim Cattrall. I think she's
this
proven
movie-
to us over the years she's a solid actress.
One of my favorite scenes in this movie is when they take the shot of whatever his potion that he makes. Remember they're about to go in the elevator. He's like, okay, we have to do the medicine first. And they have like this potion and all that.
It has
And
like
it's
this,
supposed to,
yeah.
make-
It has,
yeah,
like,
and they're all in the
smoke coming up.
elevator and they're all smiling and looking at each other and all that. He's like, I feel good, like really confident. And then he looks around, looks at everybody, and goes, it's really hot in here.
This scene that you got at pause now is pretty funny too, where he's at the brothel and he's trying to
Yeah.
fuck that woman from information, and she's like, "Take your tie off." He's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. It's my wife's." Yeah, that's she wants you to take it off.
Man, he says, dude, getting Majin Buu squared big and just exploding was pretty funny.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the scene where the guy blows up like, ah!
Yeah. Why was that happening? I didn't fully get
It's rage that his master has died, so like he can't contain the rage and explodes.
That's
I
one of the
thought-
few special effects that I think didn't work, because when he explodes, you see his parts fly into the hallway. They're clearly rubber. It should have just been like a bunch of guts and gross, but it's clearly just a bunch of rubber they threw in the hallway.
I mean, he's also a supernatural creature. Let's throw them some bonus points.
I thought these were forks on his hands.
Oh
Spinning
yes,
things.
when he's got them.
I was like, is that forks? Does he have forks on his hands?
How about when Egg Foo Young and Lopan are fighting, and Egg Foo Young's doing and Lopan's doing this, and he's like,
Yeah.
Oh, with like that spirit fight. Yeah, that was.
peasant magic.
Basically, like, and Jack, it's giving the impression that Jack's been on a lot of adventures, but then he has moments in the film where it doesn't look like he's had a lot of adventures, like he's kind of like making this up or something. Because remember,
Yeah.
he goes to shoot the gun, and the guy looks at him like, "Is this the first time you've ever shot anybody?" He's like, "No, it's
No, it's
definitely
not.
not the first time." I was like,
There was like the
he's
next
thinking
fight after that. And like the time he fights all the guys, and he was like just like struggling to find his gun or his knife. And so
Yeah.
he comes back. He's like all defeated.
The way he kills Lopan's pretty ridiculous too. Lopan throws a knife
Yeah.
at him, he catches it, throws it right back. If you
Oh
could've
yeah,
done that,
what's
you
he
should've
say?
done
It's
the
all
first
in the
one.
reflex.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I also love too when they finally get his truck back and he backs out of the garage. And Control turns to him and says, "Don't you know how to drive this thing?" And I'm like, "It's his truck.
Right.
Of course he knows how to drive it."
Nice little
It was
special
just-
effects. That's
it
some
was
good
some great
special
lines.
effects in this movie. I thought Lopan was very. I thought he was more evil when he was the old man.
I don't
You
know.
know what I
I
mean?
thought he
Like-
looked cool here.
He looks cool. I'm talking about he was more evil. Like I was more afraid of him when he was the creepy old man with the
Like
old
the
makeup.
wheelchair or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I was this one like he's just like funny when he gets hit by the truck. Remember?
Yeah,
You can tell it's like not a person. It's really like a dummy, like getting hit by the truck.
the whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
By the way, the Boss Film Studios was in charge of the visual effects in this movie, and they're the same studio that was in charge of visual effects for Ghostbusters.
I could, yeah, I can see that.
Now,
Well, this was after or before Ghostbusters?
after, because Carpenter was upset, he felt that they were taking on too much work at the same time and not dedicating their focus to his movie. But the head of the studio is like, hey, this is like one of our favorite films that we ever worked on other than Ghostbusters. Like, this was like our second favorite film.
Well,
You know?
I was wondering because you can tell that eye thing that we were talking about, they did a better job making it look real than they did with Slimer. Slimer kind of looks like it's on a green screen.
Yeah.
This you believe a little bit. I mean, you can still tell, but this is more believable.
Yeah, they had how many people did they have? They had multiple puppeteers and cable control, a cable control team to master control of that thing's facial expressions.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I believe
and the special effects budget was just under $2 million. So
There's a lot of money in
the head of that studio was like, "Look, we did everything we possibly could."
I mean, it lives on, like, because this movie will be watched forever, honestly.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's not necessarily because of special effects. It's a good story. You
Well,
know
it's
what I mean? The ones
It's-
that
yeah,
are
it's
fun and a good story, they will always be watched. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this
But
is
like Phil
this is
said,
a creepy old guy. Oh
It's
my
the right
god.
amount of
Oh
campiness.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Phil was saying, it's the right amount of campiness because there's a couple spots you're like, that's ridiculous, but you play along with it because you've been playing along the whole time.
Yeah.
And the movie sets tone and expectation. So like,
Absolutely.
you know, also that's how I'm more forgiving of certain films than others because like
There was one slight thing, and this is me being whatever. You know how the part right before everything explodes, when they're finally in the truck and they're driving away. They're driving right at the cops, and he just yanks it and goes down this side road, and none of the cops go after them. You see everything exploding behind this truck, and you're not going to at least question these people? They clearly came out of that building.
Not in 1986, they didn't.
No, you question the guy who gives duck tours in Chinatown.
This was classic when he shoots the ceiling and it all falls down on him.
Yeah. That's another like he misses another like big chunk of the fight. Like he fucking-
Oh, so good. Yeah, I like the final. He was awesome. Camp Control is one of the great things about the mid '80s.
This is the part that I was like, all right, when they're fighting in the air like that.
but
yeah.
also that was very I mean, you know what I mean? Like that was very Chinese cinema too.
Oh, I know.
You know.
I know.
Like
I'm just.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
I guess extra credit because it's exactly what Angel said. There's all these themes tied together in this movie, and the movie doesn't disappoint. It really easily could by just not being able to live up to it wanting to be horror and comedy and sci-fi and magic and martial arts. But no, it actually manages to like hit all of its notes.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that he Burton's in Chinatown a lot, because where else would you get that shirt? That just happens to work with the theme of the movie, much like Flash happened to get a lightning bolt shirt in space.
Yeah.
I mean, what should I expect? It's another Carpenter movie, but
like let's talk sequel. Could they do a sequel?
This could be a sequel. This could absolutely be a sequel.
Yeah,
I think so.
They would have liked to, but it did not perform well initially.
That's okay.
Well, I'm talking about a sequel now.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
they talked about doing one with the Rock in 2015.
I don't know.
But I don't want a remake. I want a sequel.
No. They would have. It would have been a legacy film. Kurt Russell would have appeared to make it a follow-up movie, but that apparently fell through.
I can see this. I can see it still doing it though.
And there is a Boom Studio crossover series with Big Trouble in Little China and Escape from New York.
Oh, is that
Really?
right? That's a movie.
That
we
was
gotta
from
watch, Escape from New
2016.
York. That's what we should watch for next week. Escape from New York.
Continuing the Russell theme.
And that's another Carpenter too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another Carpenter too.
I mean,
Escape is the first one, right? And the LA one's the second one, right?
LA's 2, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You want to do Escape from New York next week?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. We're gonna continue. That's Carpenter too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is written and directed.
All right, we continue
with
it on
With music by John Carpenter.
All right. So that's Big Trouble in Little China. Cult classic, martial arts, sci-fi, action, comedy, whatever. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Get it on your digitals. It's classic. Exactly.
Magic.
Watch that movie. Magic, everything. Everything's in this movie. Everything is in this movie. And your homework counsel for next week is Escape from New York. Starring this very same actor and made by the same person. So we're going to continue that theme, Escape from New York. I think that's a good movie to watch. Any closing thoughts, sirs?
I enjoyed it. I think with John Carpenter movies, not that they're done on a shoestring budget, but you can tell it's not like they spent a gajillion dollars, but everything works. All the pieces do what they're supposed to.
You can see the legacy they left behind, like with you go watch Stranger Things now, and you'll see like the influence of like the John Carpenter movies and stuff, like the legacy that these have left behind.
Yeah. What's the last movie he made?
That's a good question. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
What does IMDb say?
As they search through their computers,
Let's see.
to
John
find the
Carpenter.
they look vigorously
It
for the answer. Who will get it first?
Halloween Ends. He wrote that.
Oh, he did the new Halloween ones?
He wrote it.
He wrote it. What was the last one he
He
directed?
wrote it.
It says he was a writer.
Let me see. Halloween. All right. Soundtrack for Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills. But Halloween Ends, he's not the writer.
Projects.
We got a race here, Council, to see who can get this answer.
It might be The Ward in 2010.
Christine. John Carpenter's Christine, 2017.
New
That was like a
Christine.
music video.
No, I was gonna say
No,
I think
I
the
think-
Ward is it, where he's completely involved.
Yeah, it is The Ward. It is The Ward. It was in 2010.
Yep.
I'd be
I enjoyed
interested
that.
to watch that movie. Just to see where he left off.
And he did not do the music for this film.
No? I mean, he's
Shocking.
getting up there. He's getting up there. It's probably difficult to direct and do the music as well.
And yet he did the music for Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends with his son.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, so I don't know why this was an anomaly.
We gotta watch Starman. That's his too.
Yeah, Starman's great.
Starman.
And
Starman's a great movie. And the show was good, too.
Starman came out the wrong time. E.T. was out. The theaters were overwhelmed, and it hurt. It hurt John Carpenter's movie career.
In a way.
Yeah, because what happened is because it's like, oh, now you have a failure on your hands, right? And then he of course every time he did something with a studio, the studio's always trying to press their influence, and he's like, I don't want to do studio films. I'm tired of this. I have to fight for everything I want. And obviously he's not even successful in every fight, right? Like, it's awesome that he got Kurt Russell on board and it worked out. It's awesome he got Kim Cattrall, but like, there's probably other concessions he had to make that we don't know about.
All right. So that is our show for the day, Council of Comics. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you are here and you are not subscribed, please go down and click that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, jump on over to the tubes and hit that subscribe button. Remember, we have our 500 subscriber video out there, so you can be entering that contest. What you got to do? First, subscribe to the channel. Second, find the 500 subscriber video, like and comment on that video, and you'll be entered into the contest to win one of 3 prizes, which we explained at the beginning. The contest ends July 4th. So we may hit 500 subscribers before that even happens, which would be great. But we're going to continue that contest until July 4th. We'll be picking the CGC 9.8 and putting up a video of what the CGC 9.8 graded book will be for the first prize. So stay tuned for that. And remember, next week we're doing Escape from New York, another John Carpenter movie. So that's your homework, Council, for tomorrow, next Sunday at 5 p.m. And remember, we will be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to do the new keys and hot comics of the week. We do every Monday at 8 p.m. where we go over all the new keys, we go over all the hot comics of the week, so that you can be better prepared for New Comic Book Day on Wednesday. Speaking of New Comic Book Day, we just dropped episode number 50, and it got over 100 views. You like us. Wow. You really, really like us. And to put it in perspective, we only get about 45 to 50 views on those videos. But this one doubled that. So let's keep it up. I think you like the skits. You're going to like the next skit. Trust me, you're going to like the next skit. All right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. to go over comics. And we'll see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. to go over Escape from New York. So for myself, for Phil, for Cliff, for Green Shirt Guy, a.k.a. Ronaldo, we love you. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time. Peace.